One gentleman that is having a little bit of a problem at the moment is a certain Mauro Icardi. This all kind of kicked off last week when his wife, also his agent, was on Italian TV as a pundit talking about the fact that the Inter team isn't supplying him enough chances. He hasn't scored since December. This has all kind of rumbled on amongst contract negotiations, and he was stripped of his captaincy this week, didn't travel, chose not to travel with his side for the Europa League clash, and then took to Instagram and wrote this: "It's better to keep your mouth shut and appear stupid than open it and remove all doubt." Not quite sure if that quote is quite apt for this situation.
Well, he wasn't aiming that at his wife, was he?
No, I don't think so.
This
is an extraordinary situation for one of the best strikers in the world, only 25 years of age, but just seems to have burnt his bridges with Inter, it seems.
Well, no, he'd burnt them before.
Well, this happened when he wrote his autobiography and he came out and had to go
They
to
rebuilt
fans,
those bridges.
And you thought at that stage, right, OK, he's back in favour.
Yes.
But now, surely there doesn't seem to be any way of fixing this. And for a player who I know you're a massive fan of.
Yeah, and some are saying in recent games, you know, when he's stopped scoring, he's almost, you know, it's just an allegation that he's down tools.
Yeah.
That he's not bothered because the negotiations haven't been going particularly well, and he's kind of just down tools. Personally, no, I think with these players, when you take these players on, generally you always, not always, but a lot of times get something like this, where there's just a trigger and they go off in a crazy one, and you've got to try and manage them. There's been many players like it, but that's sometimes what the talented guys are. I'm not saying it's right. But that's what makes them what they are. And he's clearly on the edge. Personally, I think he's got a big move to... Because Inter are not winning anything soon. He's got a big move to a better club, and he's better than where he is at the moment, in my opinion.
I'm not sure how you manage this. What's Inter supposed to do when he has his wife as his agent and she, for some reason, decides to go on this TV show and air some of what's happening behind the scenes? We've discussed players here, very talented players, and Icardi is one, whose agents have maybe said a little bit too much to the press. Now, all of a sudden, double that with it being his wife, and she's appearing on television, not just making a passing comment to somebody in a mixed zone or something of the sort. I just don't understand. I don't understand this relationship. I don't understand why Icardi had to kind of surround himself in this way, because it was always going to end disastrously, and I'm not sure what Inter as a club could do to insulate themselves from that.
Robert, it's an extraordinary situation. He's now being linked to Juventus. How much was what's happened at Inter would you be kind of wary in signing this guy who's no doubt a great talent?
Yeah, I think you'd have to be a little bit wary. He has had his problems at Inter before this little spell. He's a great goal scorer, there's no question about that. If you create chances for him, he'll twist and turn in the box. He can get balls in the air. He's got great movement. But I'm always worried about his work rate when things aren't quite going right for him. If he went to somewhere like Juventus in place of Mandzukic, because Mandzukic can't carry on forever, if he went to Juventus, he would score goals because he's the ideal player for Juventus. He would play alongside Ronaldo. They'd create chances for him. He wouldn't have to do much work outside the box, and he would be a massive hit. But if he had to go to another club, we had to run the channels, he had to work hard and close people down, that wouldn't be the ideal move for him.